Hello, everybody. What's going on, guys? Welcome. Welcome to the final consecutive streaming day of the week. It is Monday, the 22nd of June, 2020. And I'm here ready to enjoy video games with all of you today. I hope you guys are excited. We got some interesting stuff to talk about today. A new game announcement, which is great. Update to the Jasper situation. And, sadly, a little bit of crazy stuff on the internet today that people asked me about on Twitter. And I looked into the situation. We'll probably talk a little bit about it on pre-stream today. So I don't know how long this pre-stream will go. I guess it really depends on these topics and how long they go, right? But welcome to the streams. How you guys doing? A full day of streaming for you guys today. What are we doing? Well, first stream, yes, yet again, 4 straight days in a row of The Last of Us Part 2. I am gripped and riveted by the gameplay, of all things, not the story, which is kind of the direct polar opposite of what you thought would happen here with a game from Naughty Dog. It's really the gameplay itself that has hooked me on the game, not the story. I don't know if that's good or bad, but at least for the last 2 sessions that I played this game, I've had a lot of fun with the gunplay. I'm unlocking new weapons, upgrades, new enemy type yesterday, which was kind of cool, and exploring all around, and looting, crafting. It's been decent. It's been, the graphics are great, very realistic. I've said I like how the AI has been improved in this game, where your AI teammate actually is worth a shit and doesn't just stand around like nothing, getting you in trouble. Excuse me. And also, the fact that the human enemies actually communicate with each other as if they're real. They have real conversations in the environment, about, oh, this is going on, what's up with this one, checking in, oh my god, someone's down, someone's dead, we gotta get revenge, we gotta find this fucker, and stuff like that. It makes it actually feel a lot more real than previous video games that I've played. I always said when I played Uncharted, you're always fighting so many generic enemies who are all quiet, and they all look the same. Sometimes you'll 3 or 4 of the same guy walk into the same room. And obviously that kills some of the immersion and the realism of the game, right? And Last of Us 2 does a great job of making it feel a lot more real. And I think in reality what they're trying to do is they're trying to make the enemies feel humanized. So when you're actually killing them, you actually feel something. Like, damn, I'm actually a mass murderer because I went through this game killing all these fucking people, right? Versus in other video games, you kind of detach yourself from that experience because it's just a bunch of generic, red shirts, to make a Star Trek reference. These are put into the game to be fodder. And in this game, I think they're trying to make it feel different, okay? So I've been enjoying it. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Today, another 3 to 4 hours of gameplay. We have not had any major story developments since Friday when I first started playing this game. So if that doesn't say anything about the pacing, I don't know what does. We had 3.5 hours, that 3 hours was just cutscenes. And now we've had 7 to 7.5 hours of pure gameplay with almost no cutscenes or story development. So I guess we're going to see what happens today, in regards to the game. Will we actually have any major story development? In fact, the biggest story we've seen in the game was a flashback with Joel to 3 years in the past that has no bearing on the present. It's just a nice 30-minute diversion from all of the killing and the seriousness of the plot, or the seriousness of the gameplay. It takes you to this nice plot, which you kind of wish was the game, right? If that were the game, I'd be okay with it. Just, Ellie and Joel going around doing fun stuff together. That would have been awesome. Instead, it's a completely different game. So anyway, let's see what happens today. Another session, 4 straight days. And don't worry, after today, we're going to give it a little bit of a rest as a main stream. You actually won't see Last of Us 2 as a main gameplay stream until next weekend after today. Okay? So, yes, that's the main gameplay stream. Tonight, on the late stream, I attempt to beat Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. I don't know if I will. I think it's 5 major story missions left. And the major story missions of the game typically take about I'd say anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes to do each, depending on the length and, the particular mission. Of course, a lot of these missions near the end of the game are going to have tons of cutscenes and the like. As for side content, we've done all the meaningful side content in the game. I did all the police cases and all the surveillance cameras that had popped up at the time. So if I do any more favor missions, I mean, yeah, you could do every favor mission in the game, but there's no point because I've already maxed out my face meter and got all the benefits from that. I've already maxed out my cop meter and got all the benefits from that. So really, the only things left to do is if I run into another Jade statue or two, trade it in for a final martial arts move, and then finish the story. Okay? So, should be good tonight. Hopefully we will wrap it up. That would definitely be good. And allow us to, focus on the other new stuff coming out rather than worrying about another lingering playthrough, okay? Tomorrow is my day off for the week. Tomorrow will be the first normal day for my wife and I in about 3.5 months since this crazy coronavirus lockdown started. We're in phase 2 of reopening here where I live in Washington, which means stores are at 50% capacity, restaurants are at 50% capacity, but pretty much everything should be opening now. I'm actually going to call my hairdresser and see if they've reopened yet. I hope they have, but maybe they haven't. No idea. And we'll be doing some stuff. I'm going to be looking for a vest. I'm going to be going to a few different stores looking for a new vest for the streams. There should be like 2 particular stores that I'm thinking may have something. Okay? So, we'll see what happens. But I'm off tomorrow. I shall return on Wednesday with the premiere of a new game. SpongeBob The Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which is the newly remade, remastered, whatever the hell it is, version of the SpongeBob game. In celebration of this, tonight and tomorrow, my wife and I are going to watch some SpongeBob. Yeah, a 38-year-old man's going to be watching SpongeBob. Wow, that's some mature content for you, boys. Yes, I'm going to actually be watching some SpongeBob to try to immerse myself in the SpongeBob universe for this playthrough. So, I guess we'll see what happens. But, it should be fun. Come Wednesday. Something different. This is a game you guys have asked me to play for years. And this is a game that you guys have voted for. You nominated and voted on this game to be played as a viewer's choice playthrough. So, awesome. I cannot wait for that this coming Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, here's the thing. I can't remember exactly what I said. I think we might do Last of Us 2 Wednesday night. Hold on a second. Because I put it into the schedule. Because this week's a little weird because not only do we have that premiere, but then on Thursday we have a celebration. So hold on a second here. Let me actually bring up the schedule to confirm what I put in there. And yes, Cookie Monster, indeed, we are going to watch the earlier seasons of SpongeBob. That's exactly what we're going to do. That's what we've been recommended. That's the better seasons. Yes, I said I'm going to do more Last of Us 2 Wednesday night as the late stream. Okay? Then on Thursday, as long as today and Wednesday we hit the tips goals on all of those streams, 4 more streams to go, that would mean we hit 150 tips goal vest streak. And that means on Thursday, I'm going to be doing a special 150 vest streak celebration. This should be very fun. Live DSP tries it of the taste test of the Impossible Whopper versus a real Whopper. A Q&A segment where we just have fun talking with each other. Jasper will make an appearance and we'll see him for a bit. More than likely, excuse me, I'll be watching back some music videos and doing some commentary over those like we did last time. And possibly a new vest reveal if I can find a nice vest tomorrow while I'm out. So all that stuff going on for a special Vestival celebration, Vest Fest 2 or Vestival 2 this coming Thursday. Okay? On Thursday night, it'll be Pokemon Sword, the Isle of Armor DLC. That's right. I played it last week for 2 major streams and then pretty much put it on hiatus because Last of Us 2 came out. I will continue to play it as a late night stream starting next week. I don't know how much is left in the DLC. I know you have to make a choice between going to one of the 2 major towers in it with your new Pokemon. And then after that, I don't even know if there's anything left besides just catching all the Pokemon. But it will start being a late night chill stream this coming week, okay? Then that Friday, more than likely it'll be The Last of Us 2 as the main gameplay stream, if not SpongeBob. I guess it will really depend on how you guys enjoyed the SpongeBob gameplay on Wednesday. If you guys really liked it, then I'll probably do SpongeBob as the main stream on Friday. But if not, then we'll do Last of Us 2. Okay? And what it's going to be is a balance between The Last of Us 2 and SpongeBob back and forth for that whole week, basically, as the main gameplay stream. And then at night, you're going to have Street Fighter, you're going to have the continuation of Fire Emblem, and you're going to have Pokemon Sword Isle of Armor DLC. Okay? Now, near the very end of the month, okay, there's going to be a special marathon event. This is the special retrospective marathon event. This event is going to be me going down memory lane with you guys, watching back all of the fun stuff that you guys have nominated for my 11-year history as a content creator as your favorite moments. And we're going to watch those back in a very fun manner. I'm going to be doing behind-the-scenes commentary over it, talking about some of the things that happened during that time period and the playthroughs and the games and the like. And every time we do this retrospective event, you guys really seem to enjoy it, and I'm very excited for that. I hope that you guys will join me for that on the very end of the month. I don't have an exact date yet for that, but please continue to nominate your moments because we've got about a week left for you to do so. All right, how can you do that? You can type !retrospective right here into the stream chat, or you just wait every 20 minutes or so, and the link should populate itself right here in the stream chat. For that very special event. I'm very excited about that, all right? The last time that we did one of these marathon events was late February, and it resulted in the vest meme being created live on the stream. So I can only imagine what's going to be next. So, pretty awesome. I hope to see you guys for that. And please, again, keep nominating this stuff, all right? So that's going to basically take us into the end of June. I get the feeling that because Last of Us 2 is so long, because we're starting a new playthrough with SpongeBob this week, Pokemon, Fire Emblem, that's a lot of stuff, all right? That's going to probably take us right into the end of June. In early July, we're going to have Ask the King returning. In addition to that, in July, there's going to be 4 new releases, including Deadly Premonition 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Paper Mario, Origami King, and then at the end of the month, Destroy All Humans, remake, remastered, whatever the hell it is. So there's a lot going on in July. It's abnormally populous with new games. Usually it's not. Usually July is a dead month with nothing new, and it's the complete opposite this year. So this summer should be a very exciting one, okay? There you go. That's what you guys can expect on the streams. I hope it sounds good to you. And by the way, some people have been asking me, Phil, when you finish The Last of Us Part 2, will you review it? Will you actually do a game review? Because this game, we feel we need a game review from you on it. And absolutely not. I refuse. There's no way I would ever listen to my fans or their requests. I will never do a game review ever again. How dare you even ask me? I'm greatly offended that you would ask for that. Actually, I'm kidding. Since this is a special case, all right? Since this is a very special case where it's a game that is so polarizing. So many people seem to like it. So many people seem to hate it. It's just two heads bonking against each other like two stones, and no one's given. When I beat it eventually, which who knows how long that could be. It could be another week. It could be longer. I want to review it. Now, is it going to be a formal game review where I have video footage superimposed into it with editing? No. It's going to be very much like my streaming style. I'm just going to sit here and talk, and I'm going to tell you what I thought about the game. My honest thoughts about it. And if you like that, great. If not, I'm sorry. But, it's not like old Phil, who I don't even have video editing software anymore, nor do I have time to edit. I'm a live streamer now. I have to stream every day. I don't have time to sit here and make edited videos, but if you guys want a review, I will give you a review to the best capacity that I can do as a live streamer, and that's how it's going to go down. Okay? So there you go. That's what's going to happen. I hope you guys will check out the review once the playthrough's done, but I think we're a far cry from that. If you figure after today I do another 3.5 hours of gameplay, that'll be about 14 hours in out of a game that by all reports is around 25 to 30 hours long. So I guess today you can argue maybe I'll be about halfway through it. And then I'd have to do at least another 4 major streams. And as you know, I'm not playing as a major stream until like the weekend. So more than likely at least another week to 2 weeks to beat it before I can even get to that discussion of reviewing the game. Okay? All right. Now, let's move on to other topics. First of all, some really awesome news. It has been officially announced as of this morning, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, is coming out for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One this October. In fact, I believe the release date is October 2nd, all right? From everything that's shown in the trailers, it looks great. It looks like new abilities. You not only are you going to play as Crash, but also as the other characters from the franchise, including, I believe Dr. Nefarious is going to be, or excuse me, Dr. Neo Cortex is going to be a playable character in this game. It looks pretty awesome to me. I'm gonna be honest. When I played original Crash years ago, I loved it. As hard as it was, I still enjoyed it. Then the trilogy, the remastered trilogy, remade trilogy came out, and I really enjoyed that. And I said, damn, if they were ever gonna make a new Crash game, now would be the time, because these games made a lot of money, and so they made a new Crash game. All right. So pretty awesome. I'm excited for this. I definitely am. I'm looking forward to this. Come this October, it'll be some good variety for the hardcore gaming season for sure. Now, some people seem to express actual dissatisfaction. I was like, why? And I guess what they're saying is they really, really wish that Crash 4 was going to be a launch title for the PlayStation 4. And they're sad that, number one, it's cross-platform, and number two, that it's not a next-gen title. And, like, all right, listen, I can understand if you're someone who is very much looking forward to the next-gen consoles and you want to have a great launch library for them. And you're like, man, this would have been a shoo-in for a great game for the launch library of the PS5. I can understand your rationale. But that's no reason to be sad about the game not being on PS5. You know what I mean? Like, this is a game that is more than likely going to be very good, especially if it plays like the original trilogy of games. Looks like it is going to, with you know, modernizations, new abilities and controls and the like. It's probably going to be great. Why be sad that it's coming out earlier? Like, for me, I'm happy about that. I would definitely like to play this game as soon as possible. And you know, is it cross-platform? Yes. Some people are disappointed about that because, as you know, Crash Bandicoot has always been a PlayStation exclusive game until recently, with games like Crash CTR and stuff like that. Right? I think Crash CTR, Crash Team Racing, was cross-platform, I believe. So now, you know, it's cross-platform. And like, oh, it's not just on PlayStation anymore. No, it's not. But I'm happy. I'm excited for this. I was waiting for this news. We finally got our news confirmation on this. That's actually got me pumped. It's like the first game of the hardcore gaming season this year that's got me pumped. I'm actually getting hyped for it. All right? So, pretty cool. I've got an update regarding my cat Jasper. Remember yesterday I told you all about his recent hijinks. That he's been being very, very silly. He's been hyper. He's been throwing litter all over the house. So we had to change his litter type. But then he found out a way to get his collar off, right? And as of yesterday, his collar was missing. We didn't know where the hell his collar was. We didn't know what had happened to it, all right? We have found the collar. We found it. I had to put on my sleuthing outfit. I dressed fully up like Sherlock Holmes. I had one of those big ass magnifying glasses and one of those what do they call those cats that he wears or whatever. And I walked around the house investigating. And I had to, for several hours, I gathered clues to the whereabouts of the collar. And after a thorough scrounging around of the house, I discovered the collar. In reality, it was like 2 seconds. What happened is, I said, it's got to be somewhere where Jasper is all the time. And Jasper spends time in various different parts of the house. One of the places he spends time with a lot is the living room downstairs with us. But it would be kind of hard to not see it there because he sits on the couch with us. Where else is it going to go? Like in the cushions or whatever. You look around, it ain't there. All right. He likes to lay on the bed. Look on the bed, it ain't there. Under the bed, ain't there. So it's not in the bedroom then, right? He likes to spend time with Kat in her office, and recently she's been in her office a lot playing The Last of Us 2. Ha ha! So I'm thinking it's maybe in the office. So I'm scouring the office, and I'm like, I got an idea because I go into her office yesterday and she's playing The Last of Us 2, and what Jasper likes to do is if she opens her office window, which she does in the afternoons because it's so hot, and by the way, it's official, probably tomorrow we're going to install the air conditioning in the house so that we're going to have full-on air conditioning because it's gotten a few hot days this last week, and it looks like tomorrow's going to be another one. And we don't want the house to be overheated, especially if Kat's going to be playing Last of Us 2 in her office. It's getting hot in there. Her office is right next to mine. It gets just as hot during the afternoon when the sun beats on our house. All right? So, anyway, she's been opening her window in her office to get cool air in there during the afternoons when she's playing The Last of Us 2, but she keeps the blinds closed because the sun's bright and it would basically just flood the office and get in her eyes and everything. Okay? So I'm thinking, wait a minute. Jasper really likes to be in open windows. And there's been a few times when Kat's playing and he'll jump and try to force himself behind the blinds to be on the windowsill because he wants to look out the open window. He likes the breeze that comes in and everything. I said, I got an idea. And I looked behind the blinds, and lo and behold, the collar was not there. I was like, oh shit, I thought it was going to be there. I thought maybe he was going between the blinds and the collar had popped off, but it wasn't there. I was very disappointed because I thought that I had done something smart for a change and figured it out, and I didn't. And I started scratching my head, and as I started scratching my head, I looked down, and the collar was right there, sitting next to the PlayStation 4. It was sitting right behind Kat's PS4. So apparently he had squeezed between the blinds, and as he was doing that, the collar must have got caught. He pulled, and it went pop. It unclipped and fell down right there. Didn't even just come off his neck. This is a collar that can pop off because it has a clip on it, and the clip must have unpopped. So we found it. So the good news is Casper, who the hell's Casper? Apparently we have a ghost in the house. No, the good news is Jasper does not need a new collar. We actually just bought him this one a few months ago, and we really like this one too because it doesn't really fray like his other collars. But if it keeps popping off, we might have to get a new one. This is the second time now in like a week that apparently the collar has popped off. So maybe it's just not very secure. You know, maybe it's a collar that sadly he's going to keep finding ways to get it off, and we'll have to get a new one. But at least for now, we found the collar. Crisis averted. Good stuff. Okay? So that was the good stuff. Sadly, guys, I got a quick story I want to talk about that's not so good. Someone presented this to me on Twitter last night, and I went through trying to read a story that was very... Jeez. I don't even know what to say. Ladies and gentlemen, cancel culture is all over the internet. We all know this. And it seems like everyone today is being canceled. Recently, we had this crazy amount of cancel culture, sexual accusations against pro wrestling. That a bunch of well-known pro wrestlers over the years have now been accused of really bad sexual misconduct. And they're being called out on the internet, and a lot of them looks like they're being basically canceled. Like, no one wants to deal with them anymore because they're like, damn, if these accusations are true, these people are absolutely disgusting. All right, now in the case of the wrestling thing, a lot of these accusations are being corroborated by many people. People saying, yeah, you know, we kind of knew these guys were scumbags in the industry for years and years, but because of their positions of power, there wasn't much that we could really do about it until now that everyone's speaking out together and we can collectively say, okay, here's the deal. All right. So in wrestling, you know, man, it's been pretty bad. Okay. Now, last night, I was basically informed that Angry Joe is now being drawn into the Me Too movement. That there was a woman from 2 years ago, I think it was PAX East, a convention that he went to, who's telling her story on the internet, saying that he basically was trying to coerce her into doing things she didn't want to do, that he was using some pretty underhanded means to do things. Now, here's the thing. I don't know Joe. I don't. I have zero personal interactions with the guy. I don't know anything about the guy, at all. And I have no opinion on it because I don't know the facts of the situation at all. All right? From what you can see from this story, that's being told, all right, from the perspective of the accuser, all right, it's still kind of, how do I say, I don't want to dismiss the story, but at the same time, you read the story of the accuser, and it's like, I don't know about this. Like, this is someone who apparently was a small-time streamer, not even like a YouTuber, but a small-time streamer, who went to PAX and ended up meeting up with, I guess, meeting a bunch of different content creators, including Joe, and sent Joe a couple DMs on Twitter, basically saying, gee, thanks for meeting me today, and blah, blah, blah. And Joe just happened to respond and say, yeah, that was great. I remember you specifically, and would you like to hang out further? To which the person said, yes, and then initiated several different interactions. One at a panel of Joe's, and one at, I guess, saying that they would go to dinner with Joe. You know, and then, then you got this controversy of what really happened that day. Because apparently there's this whirlwind day of activity, of parties and drinking and all kinds of stuff. Now, from the story, there's no sexual conduct at all. All right, nothing. Nothing happened. But apparently, the accuser is saying, well, he was basically trying to do stuff with me. And I didn't feel comfortable doing it, but there never really presented an opportunity for me to leave. There were weird things that Joe did, like asking his friends to take my purse and my phone from me and stuff, so I had no avenue to leave and stuff like that. Okay. But it's just so weird, man. It's just so weird reading it, because if you read it, even trying to read this account matter-of-factly, okay, it's like, it seems like, number one, there's a lot of alcohol involved. Multiple times in the story, it's like people are drinking. It's like, why are you drinking so much? I understand. All right. Let me give you guys my perspective, because you guys ask me all the time about this shit. You say, Phil, are you going to go to PAX? Are you going to go to this convention? Are you going to do this and do that? And I say, no, I'm not going to. And you say, well, why not? I don't understand. I thought that these places are like a party atmosphere, and it's so fun to go to these conventions. All right. I have gone to a few conventions. All right. I'll tell you about the conventions I've been to. I went to Comic Cons. I went to San Diego Comic Con, New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con I went a couple of times, actually. I've gone to MagFest. Okay. Twice. Once very long ago before I was a content creator, and once when I was a very popular content creator. Okay, during the height of my popularity, when Project 7 and everything was going on. I also went to E3 in 2012. Okay. I went to a few smaller conventions. In Philadelphia, I went to one twice. I was a guest I was supposed to be a guest at one that I ended up showing up so late because of traffic that it was too late to do anything. But the next year, I was a featured guest, which was really sweet. And then there was I believe there was one other small. I went to Kineticon once. So I did a few. I'm not a regular at these things. I never was. Even at the height of my very, very limited time, where you could have considered myself like a YouTube celebrity, I very rarely attended conventions. All right, it would be like every once in a while I would do one, maybe twice a year, if that. For me, okay, these conventions were an opportunity for me to do a few things. Number one, it was a very unique opportunity to have an in-face interactions with my fans and viewers. People who otherwise I had only ever talked to over the internet. Guys like you right now, guys and gals who are listening to me right now on this very stream. It was a way for me to actually meet you, shake your hand, have a few minutes of interaction. In some cases, hang out with them. Because there were some cases where we went to and played some games together, went and had dinner together, etc. It was a nice thing. It was a really nice opportunity for that. In addition, it was a way for me to promote my content. In particular, when Project 7 was going on, it was a great way for me to say, hey, here's something unique and different that I'm doing that's not just gameplay videos on YouTube. Check it out. And in addition to that, admittedly, it was an opportunity for me to make more video content. I was primarily there to record more stuff. You know, of course, there were other things I did when I was there. I spent money on artwork and stuff like that, and I would buy games for my gaming collection. It was just all part of the overall experience. All right. So for me, that's always what these conventions were about. Okay. And then, sadly, you know, when things went south with me financially after I moved over here to Washington State, and basically I had to work my ass off, you know, working as much as I possibly can to pay the bills, up to my eyeballs in debt. The opportunity to go to these conventions went away. You know, over a course of 3 to 4 years, my popularity declined, so there wasn't much interest in me attending these conventions regardless. It wasn't like I could be a featured guest or whatever anymore, because no one really cared that much anymore. And I said I can't do them anymore. I just got to focus on my streaming and my YouTube videos and my content, because I have to make ends meet. You know, if I don't work as much as I possibly can, I can't pay the bills, you know. And so it kind of went away. That was something that was, I'd say, for about 2 years. I think it was like the years of like maybe 2011 through 2013, where I went to a bunch of these conventions, and it was fun during the time. But that's all I ever took these conventions as. It was an opportunity to, number one, meet the fans. Number two, promote content. Number three, make new video content. That was it. That was my mindset when I went to a gaming convention, all right? I didn't, oh, this is an opportunity to party. This is an opportunity to get completely wasted every opportunity I can and have these interactions with people and do these stupid fucking immature flirting and shit and now get into all kinds of trouble. I've never done that. You know, by the time that I was involved in that shit, it was like the last thing on my mind. Not once did it ever run through my mind that I'm going to go out and do stupid shit at a convention. You know what I mean? But it seems to me, because people say to me all the time, well, these conventions are so popular. Why? You want to know why? I think this is why. I think it's because people have this mentality that these conventions are like, save up money, go to a convention with your friends, get wasted, and just, you know, have party atmosphere the whole time. Right? I think that's what's happened. These conventions have completely changed shift. They used to be a place to celebrate content, a place to promote content. You know, oh, we're all of like mind. We have similar interests, and so we're gonna meet up with people and do that. Now it's like get drunk and do stupid shit. You know, and that's a completely different mentality of anything that I would care about. You know, and you know what Polish Frog just said? You know, you are older than most other YouTubers, and more than likely, I would admit here, probably way older than most of my viewers, right? And he says, you already lived that life when you were younger. You're right. You're absolutely right. That was a stupid lifestyle that I think everyone, when they're young, they want to live that lifestyle, right? When everyone's young, they want to have this, oh, I just want to go party and drink with my friends and do stupid and immature shit. That, been there, done that, done with that. I have no desire to do like that, behave like that, or do anything like that. I've told you guys stories about me getting so drunk that I got lost in a stairwell in the middle of a hotel in, where was it? Wisconsin? Milwaukee. Yeah, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I was there for an internship for selling life insurance, of all things. They fly us out to the you know, to the headquarters in Milwaukee, and we're partying every night, and I'm getting so hammered. And I'm like, I was so drunk that I almost got lost. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? You know? So anyway, the point I'm making here is, for me, what I would definitely like to say is, thank goodness that when it came to me and my mentality of being a content creator, not once did I ever have this weird mindset that I'm a content creator, and because of that, I'm going to now go to a convention where I'm so popular, and I'm going to use that popularity to try to get anything out of it. You know what I mean? Of any way. It was like, if you want me to be a guest, great. I'll do a panel, and I'll film content for myself and have fun and have a bunch of videos to put out, you know, over that weekend or whatever the convention is. And that's it. That's all I ever cared about. It was never, oh, I'm going to go be stupid, immature party and try to do all this stuff that quite frankly, gets you into trouble and gets you, you know, it's just stupid, in my opinion. That's my opinion, though. And you could completely disagree, and that's okay. If you're younger and you got, oh, I love to go to conventions and party with my friends and get wasted. Hey, I can't tell you not to do that. All I'm saying is, what ends up happening is situations like this, where You got a situation where Angry Joe, there's a lot of drinking involved in the story as you read it. You're like, drinking, drinking, drinking. Gee, I think I see the common thread of what's going on here. And, now, in this, modern era of cancel culture, you got people who are going to come out and say that this is something, that maybe they remember it differently, and I think that's a situation here where if you actually read the story of this accuser, they're basically saying that Joe did all this stuff to try to basically, get this accuser to be with Joe in a romantic way, okay? But if you actually read the story, it's like, well, the accuser never told Joe that they had a boyfriend. The accuser lied to Joe about having a boyfriend, actually, completely, 100%, admits it in the story. And if you're looking at it from a content creator's perspective, it might have been a situation where he thought that this accuser was coming onto him repeatedly. And, what the hell? I met this person randomly. They DM me randomly. Okay. Then they say they want to come to my panel when I offer. Then they say they want to go to dinner with me when I offer. Then they want to party with me afterwards. Like, geez. This is obviously, this is not... No hand was forced here. You know what I mean? This kind of reminds me... I think it was 2 years ago. There was a popular comedian. He's Indian. And I can't remember his name, and I apologize for that. But it was a story, same thing, where... He apparently had from his perspective, a 100% consensual night with a woman. And then that woman came back months later and wrote this giant article about him on the internet that he's a sex predator. That was him. Aziz Ansari. That's him. Aziz Ansari. Yes. He, apparently, he's remembering it one way. He's like, I remember it was completely consensual and she loved it. And for her perspective, this was horrible. So, it's a very messed up, weird situations. And it's a, let's be honest here. The world is very, very uncertain place these days. I'm so happy that, listen, I'm in a loving relationship with my wife. We have a great life together. And I'm so happy to have the life that I have. Seriously, you guys have no idea. Because I'm super happy. I'm super happy with how things are. And with the 11 plus years that I've been a content creator, I can tell you guys I never once went to a convention, never once had anything that happened, like this crap, where you're going to hear stories of Me Too movement, cancellations and shit. It's not going to happen. That stuff just never happened. I was always all about making video content and paying attention to basically behaving. I don't think, I wasn't drinking and doing stupid shit at these things. That stuff's never going to happen with me. Thank God that I was smart enough to not ever get so full of myself. Was I full of myself in regards to my content? Fuck yes. I thought my content was amazing. And I was the best content creator. And everyone else sucked compared to me. I'll be honest. I was cocky as shit. That's how I was. That was my attitude, right? But when it came to everything else, I told you guys this. I always felt that I was someone who was the same as everybody else. I'm just a Joe average gamer. I'm not special. I'm not better than you. I feel that we should all get games on the same day. No one should get advanced copies of games. I feel that when I play games, I want to give you very honest reactions to what I'm doing so that you feel like you're just kind of playing the game along with me. That's how I never once thought that I was better than anybody else. I always thought the whole YouTube thing was a joke. I did. I thought the whole thing was like the fact that people get so up their own ass about themselves. Like, wow, because I'm popular on YouTube or on Twitch, my shit doesn't stink and I'm a celebrity. And I'm now going to use that clout to go out there and take advantage and do these things, That's insane to me. Like, I never once in a million bajillion fucking years thought anything like that at all. At all. And I'm happy for that. I'm happy that I was, I've made a lot of dumb mistakes. But all those dumb mistakes were right here on YouTube and on Twitch. They were public-facing stupid shit that I said and did in content on video. There was never any behind-the-scenes bullshit. Thank God. Thank God. My mistakes, you know what? And you know what? Here's the thing. A lot of people say Phil's uncancelable, right? Now, that's a running meme. It's a joke. That basically I've been through the ringer with all the shit that's happened to me over the years, but I'm still here. I'm still able to have a following. I still am, successful as a content creator and a streamer, right? And basically, people are like, no matter what happens to Phil, he's still fine, And the truth of the matter is, it's because look at the things that I do. Have I done insanely stupid shit? Absolutely I have. But it's all public facing. My embarrassments are public immediately because they're all happened right here live on a stream or live in a video, or in a video that I upload to YouTube. And once it's out there, it's out there. There's no point in hiding things you fucked up doing, right? My opinion is that you fuck up, it's public. And the thing is, a lot of the times, things that you consider fuck-ups today, you might not have considered when they happened. 10 years ago, some of the humor and terminology and things that I did today is completely irreverent and not warranted and very insulting. And 10 years ago, it was funny, right? But that's what I mean. Because everything I've ever done has been public, I feel that maybe that's why I'm kind of like a guy who's just here and no one's really going to say, oh, Phil did this or Phil did that and he's canceled. It's all been public forever, There's no secret, super secret, behind doors allegations that are gonna fucking surface. Now listen, there's tons of idiots out there, tons, who make shit up about me on a daily basis. They'll make up conspiracy theories. They'll make up this shit. And the thing is, it doesn't affect me. You wanna know why? Because it's horse shit. There's no evidence of any of it because it's all untrue. It's just shit that they make up to try to make me look bad. But there's not going to be any ridiculous stories coming out of shit. Oh my God, did you hear this super fucked up secret thing that Phil did years ago at PAX? No, I've never even been to PAX. The conventions I went to, I was filming the whole fucking time. That was always me. 100%. I was never involved in any kind of this party culture shit where things are going to come out and bite me in the ass. All right? So, that being said, this whole situation with Angry Joe is wow, it's fucked up. Because you gotta wonder, this is a guy who's been a very long time content creator. All right? He's respected as a content creator. As a person, I can't say a word. I don't know anything about him as a person, but I know as a content creator, this guy's been around as long as me. In fact, I believe he was making videos before me. And this is a guy who, something like this could actually seriously hurt him if people take it seriously. And sadly, in the modern day, this cancel culture shit is just believe everything with no corroborating evidence, So you read this accusation by this person, and it's like, okay, now if we get other people who come out and they say, this is true. I remember Joe was there and the purse was taken and the phone was taken. This person was not allowed to leave. He was pushing this person against a wall and doing all this fucked up stuff. You see what I mean? Then if that's corroborating evidence is true, fine. But in the modern day, I don't think we can be canceling people immediately because you get one story, one perspective. And Joe, of course, has already defended this. He says, this is ridiculous. This is a person who I thought, was interested in me. I was trying to be nice to them. And what they've done is they've taken things either out of context or actually lied. And no, I never touched this person. I never pushed this person. I never stole a purse. I never did any of that shit. That's completely made up to try to push a narrative that didn't happen. And the truth of the matter is, who knows what the truth is because they were drunk. And that's the problem with all these situations. How would you even know what the truth was because they were drunk, right? So it's just fucked up, it's fucked up. This whole situation is fucked up. And I feel bad for Joe because now he's got to go through the ringer to try to figure this shit out. I'm sure if you're going to get seriously accused by someone like that, I wonder if he's going to try to get legal counsel or whatever, or he's just going to write it out. I have no idea. But pretty bad, pretty bad situation. And hopefully, the truth of the matter comes out, because it would be very unfortunate for someone like him, who's a very long-time content creator, well-respected as a content creator in the community, to basically have his reputation dragged through the mud and possibly have his business hurt by something that may not even be true, or maybe it's only partially true. You know, he's admitted that some of these things did take place, but not the way that this person is relaying them, right? It's just fucked up to me. But to me, seriously, like, when I think back, I'm like, damn, I dodged a huge bullet. Seriously. And who would have known? Like, a lot of people always yelled at me that I didn't attend conventions more and I didn't do this with my fans. I didn't do that. And I'm like, I dodged a giant fucking bullet. I seriously did. Like, I Matrix dodged the bullet. Slow-mo, bullet time. Boom, 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 boom. By not involving myself in any of that kind of shit. You know? Really. And of course, it's luck. Like most things in my history as a content creator, it's luck. That, you know, because I didn't purposely say, oh, I foresee that in 10 years, things that I do now will come back to bite me in my ass. Of course not. But I was just so hyper-focused on work. I really was. I was hyper-focused on work. That when I went to these conventions and things, that's all I cared about. I want to film and enjoy and do panels and meet fans. And that was it. Like, that was the sole focus. There was no crazy partying and stupid shit that happened where anyone could misconstrue anything as anything. And that's a good thing. Oh, look, an idiot. Gangsta Lean says, why do you make everything about yourself? Because that's what you do when you're a streamer, you idiot. You relate things to your own life and personal experience. It's not making it about yourself. It's adding your own personal take from your own experience. You dumb shit. I mean, how dumb can you be? You're attending someone's stream. They're not going to add any of their own commentary or experience to any situation whatsoever. It's just going to be completely unrelated news. Okay. There you go. Boy, you're stupid. Dumb fucks. Okay. Anyway. That's really all I got to talk about. So I guess now we can get to shout-outs. Sound good? All right. Let's go down here. Let's see what's going on with shout-outs. So overnight, Lego Mario tipped me $1. Thank you very much, Lego Mario. I appreciate that. And he says they just announced Crash Bandicoot 4 for the PS4. I'm sure by the time that you get the shout-out, you had already addressed it. Well, you hit that one right on the head. I'm kind of shocked it's not a launch title for the PS5. That seems like a huge misstep, and Sony probably screwed themselves over. I already addressed that. I mean, yeah, having Crash Bandicoot 4 as a launch title on PS5 absolutely would have been something that people would have been like, I can't wait to buy the console. At the same time, this is a game that is going to be coming out a little bit earlier. It's a game that will be cross-platform, so, you know, Naughty Dog's going to make more money. So I see the positives and the negatives. You know, it would really be unfortunate if PlayStation 5 comes out with an insanely weak launch library, and you're like, damn, Crash could have been one of those great games for it, right? But it is what it is, I guess. All right, so anyway, thank you for the $1 tip overnight there, Lego Mario. Golden Colts actually did a 100-bit cheer. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Okay, it was 2 hours ago. So, before the stream had started, Golden Colts did a 100-bit cheer. And he says, I'm thinking of doing the ketogenic diet, minus the beef and pork, as similar to what you... Wait. I want to do the ketogenic diet minus the beef and pork. Is this similar to what you do? No, I don't have a diet. Like, I don't have a specific diet whatsoever. But, now, wait a minute. Keto. I'm trying to think what keto is. Keto diet. I can't remember exactly what it is. Isn't it like you're completely bombarding your body with a certain kind of food to the point where your body overloads on that food? Keto is low carb. Is it low carb, high protein? Is that what it's supposed to be? Where you're forcing your body to have so many low carbs and high protein that you're trying to train your body to basically burn the protein, and you know what I mean? Here's the thing, though. Any of these diets, okay? Number one, they're gimmicks. I don't think there's ever going to be a miracle diet that's discovered, okay? That's going to replace well-balanced eating and exercise. We know the key to having a good weight and health of your body. It's called a well-balanced diet and exercise. No one has ever found a better solution than this. Okay? We try to find all these miracle diets and things. When I was in the 1980s, excuse me, in the 1980s, my uncle was on the grapefruit diet. You want to know what this diet was? In the morning, your breakfast was a single grapefruit. You cut it in half. You would take a spoonful of sugar and put it on top of each half of the grapefruit. And then you would eat the grapefruit. That was your breakfast. And then you didn't have a lunch. And then you had one dinner, a full dinner. And that was it. That was the grapefruit diet. Wow. That sounds amazing. And apparently this was a true diet that people believed was going to do something, you know. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, my take is all these diets are just a gimmick joke to sell product and sell books. Because isn't it funny that keto, there's two, paleo and keto, are the two big ones everyone talks about now. The paleo diet, eat like a fucking caveman, and the keto diet, low carb, no carb, high protein. You go to the bookstore, or you know what I mean, you'll find a billion books about this. How to do it, how to eat, how to work the lifestyle of it. Here's a cookbook for it, blah, 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 blah. All right? Everyone is trying to cash in on these miracle diets. But why do you, if you just ate a balanced diet and worked out every day, why do you need those miracle diets to begin with? I mean, right? That's my take on it. Is we already know the secret to success to have a healthy body. Why do we need quick fixes, miracle cures? We know the success rate of a healthy diet, balanced diet, and working out. But the thing is, that's hard, right? To balance your diet and to actually do exercise is actually hard. So instead, we have to try to pretend like there's miracle situations. For a month, shock your system, right? Cleanse your system, shock your system. Don't eat carbs, don't eat fat, don't eat meat. Eat a lot of meat. You know, it's every extreme to fuck your body's metabolism over. And the thing is, none of this is healthy for you. Think about this. If you're not eating carbs for a month, you know what carbs are for? Sugar, what it does? Carbohydrates are a source of energy to allow your body to break down other chemical components, like what's in proteins, and make that into what you need to make your body function. If you don't have enough carbs, your body doesn't have enough energy to do what it needs to do properly. So essentially, you're now forcing your body to do other things to do what it should normally be able to do if you ate the carbs. In a weird, fucked up way. In fact, from what I'm to understand, when you do the keto diet, they outright say you're going to feel like shit for the first month. You will feel terrible. Yeah, you want to know why? Because your body doesn't have the nutrients it needs to do its job. That would be like saying for your car, instead of giving you gas this month, I'm going to give you a mix of 1% gas mixed with, like, you know, fucking vegetable oil. And you're going to expect the car's going to run right. Of course it's not. That's not what you're supposed to put in your body. That's not what you're supposed to put in your car. Stop it. So I say, I don't believe in these diets, Golden Colts. I mean, it's up to you. You want to do the research. You want to talk to a doctor or a dietitian about this stuff to find out if the keto diet is good for you. Go right ahead. I urge you to. I urge you that if you're going to make a giant lifestyle change like that you talk to someone who knows what the fuck they're doing and talking about before you do it. Because the last thing you want to do is make a change that now you completely screw your body up. And now you've got to get back to a healthy base. That ain't cool. You don't want to make yourself sick. You don't want to make yourself feel like shit, right? So be careful. Okay? Black Magic God is resubscribed for 3 months. Thank you, Black Magic God, for a 3-month resub. Says, hey, what's going on? Only Iced Coffee gifted a sub to Flame Grilled Skid 7. Congrats, Flame Grilled Skid 7, and thank you very much, Only Iced Coffee. Vazneer did a 50-bit cheer, and actually, that's the first cheer of the live stream. So let's get Vazneer up here on the leaderboard. Thank you, Vazneer, for the support. Will, son of Aragorn, tipped me $10. That's the first tip of the day. Let's get him up on the leaderboard. Thank you, Will. Oops, I screwed that up. $10 tip. Why is there capital R? What is going on here? Hold on a second. I think my keyboard's acting up again. Whoa! There we go. Okay. Whoa! I sound like Crash Bandicoot now. Whoa! Okay. Thank you, Will, son of Aragorn. He says the following. I'm glad to be back for another stream. Looking forward to all of your future content. You're a great content creator. Do you think Ellie will sing All-Star by Smash Mouth today? Oh, my God. Who knows what's next? We got to take on me. What else are we going to have? We're going to have, how about some Gwen Stefani? Yeah, let's do some Gwen Stefani. Anyway, thank you for the $10 tip, Will. It's good to see you, and thank you for getting the tipping started today. Replicant, 1981, is subscribed for 5 months. Thank you, Replicant, for 5 months of support. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, Replicant. Hold on a second here. Oh, no. Hold on, I gotta refresh. Stupid thing screwed up. Stupid thing has screwed up. Alright, it's reloading. Please bear with me, guys. My whole thing froze. I obviously hate when that happens. Okay. Someone with a question. Tip me $1 saying, is the incident fair game for the retrospective? No, and here's why. There's a couple reasons. First of all, we all know what happened. We all know exactly what it looked like. We've seen it a million times in memes. And, you know, we've talked about it too. I've been interviewed about it. That's been done to death. The whole point of the retrospective marathon is to go back and watch stuff that, you know, I pretty much have never seen. You know, I maybe put out the content and never saw it again, and now I can watch it back and react to it because it's something that, you know, is unique or different or interesting. The incident is completely the opposite of that, actually. It's something that everyone knows about, everyone's seen, I've seen, you know, we've all seen it a million times. In addition, you may not be aware of this, but the incident is banned from YouTube. I know that sounds weird, but the video, I never published that video ever on YouTube. All right? I used to stream on YouTube. That's where it happened. But I never published that video on YouTube. Now, years later, I had that video sadly go public. Well, it wasn't the video. It was the archive of the stream because my channel lost all its ads and I had to re-enable ads. But when that happened, private videos went public. And basically, when that video went public, it got flagged for indecency and removed from YouTube. So YouTube's own criteria claims that the incident is not kosher for YouTube and it should be taken down. Yet, it's all over YouTube in meme videos. Like, all over YouTube, you can see it. So, it's hilarious that my own version of it, the original version, got taken down for indecency, right? For inadvertently going live when I never intended it to go live. But other people have it all over their channels, and it's fine, right? So, anyway, no, we can't do that. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to do it because I could get in trouble on Twitch and on YouTube, apparently, for it being indecent. By the way, when that incident happened, I tried to make an emote of it here on Twitch, and the emote got denied by Twitch. They said, no, that's indecent. So, I'm pretty sure us watching it back would also be considered indecent. So, no, I'm not chancing it. Hell no. Captain Charisma tipped me $1. No, excuse me, I skipped a tip. I skipped Rob. I'm sorry, Rob. Rob tipped me $5 and says, loving your Fire Emblem playthrough. Switch seems to be unexpectedly killing it right now in terms of titles. Looking forward to saying hello to our faithful friends from the Mushroom Kingdom again very soon. That's right. With Paper Mario, right? So, yeah, pretty cool. And it's true. Like, I'm playing an unprecedented amount of Switch games. Between, Pokemon, which was one of the biggest games of last year, and now I'm playing it again for the DLC. Fire Emblem, right? And what's the other one that I'm playing? I'm playing, Animal Crossing, of course. Yeah, this year, I would say this has been a huge year for Nintendo. And there's more right around the bend. So they're actually doing a really good job this year with games. So thank you, Rob, for a $5 tip. Captain Charisma tipped me $1.30, and he says, as someone in his 20s, I party a lot. But whenever I'm drinking, it's with friends in VR social games. So the worst thing we can do is pass out in a headset. Chatting with people without risking getting sick is a +2, I guess. Yeah, if anything, right now, with what's going on with, you know, the worldwide pandemic and everything, I think it's pretty unsafe and irresponsible to be going out and partying and drinking and doing all that shit regardless, right? Now would not be a great time to be doing it. So, okay, Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, excuse me. I was stretching and yawning at the same time. Shadow the Hedgehog did a 500-bit cheer to become the top cheer of the day. It's good to see you, Shadow. He says, did you hear the new Crash 4 is coming out? Absolutely. We talked about it on the pre-stream. I'm definitely excited for it. Okay? Let's see here. Shadow the Hedgehog. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. There we go. Thank you very much for the top cheer of the day. Knows Nobody did a 100-bit cheer. And he says, why do detractors hate you so much? I don't get it. You'd have to ask them. All right? You could go to one of the detractory streamers or content creators on YouTube. They'll probably tell you one thing. You could probably go to the insanity that is the obsessive weirdos at Kiwifarms, and they'll probably tell you something different. You probably go to the Reddit thread about me, and they'll tell you something. Everyone says something different, you know? So it's all their own individual obsession and weird take on it, and I have nothing to do with that. Richie7 resubscribed for 7 months in a row. Thank you, Richie7, for a 7-month resub. I appreciate that. Timbo Slice just cheered. He says, it's been announced that Microsoft is closing Mixer. All big streamers now can stream elsewhere. Most likely Twitch. Microsoft will now stream things from Xbox on Facebook. Are you shocked? So you're telling me this is official? Mixer is closing down. Huh. Is that true? Did that literally just happen? Because I did not hear that as of this morning. Did that literally just happen? Was that just announced? That's breaking news if that's the case. It's trending #1 on Twitter right now. Holy shit. I gotta read up on this. Well, you know, here's the thing. I like competition. I do. I told you guys, when you were all saying, oh no, what do you think about the mass exodus of big streamers who are leaving Twitch and going to Mixer? I said, well, they're getting paid to do it. They didn't willingly go over there and just do it of their own accord. They did it because they got paid to do it. Ninja outright 1,000,000% blatantly lied when he went over there and said, oh, I'm doing it because Twitch is too restrictive. Oh, fuck off. No, you did it because you took a giant paycheck. You were super white hot popular on Twitch. Why you didn't suddenly just decide to fucking leave the place that was paying you so much money? You're such an asshole. Okay? But, you know, I like the competition. Here's why. Competition breeds creativity and breeds innovation. If there's no competition to a business, that business has no incentive to ever improve and do things better. And that's literally what happened with YouTube. There was no one who could step up and compete with YouTube as a video sharing website. The places that tried failed, and a lot of them went out of business. And YouTube now is a bloated, terrible fucking mess of garbage content. And the profitability has sunk through the toilet because they ran their business into the fucking ground. Okay? And that's because they had no competition. If they had legit competition, they might have actually tried. But they never really did because there was no one who was going to put them out of business. Okay? So, Mixer, you know, actually getting some traction was a good thing for me. Okay? It was a good thing for me where I was like, hey, let there be competition because then maybe Twitch will improve. Now, did it? I don't know. I don't think we necessarily saw much improvement from Twitch during the time period that Mixer was supposed to be valid competition. I would have liked Twitch to allow higher bit rates. That would have been a huge help for me. But, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, oh, well, I feel bad for people who really made a foothold there. Because Microsoft was touting this, right? Microsoft was 100% pushing, touting, saying, you got to join Mixer. It's the new hot thing. We're going to compete with Twitch and blah, blah, blah. How many people went and moved their business over there as a way of saying maybe this is a way for me to get better exposure because on Twitch it's oversaturated. Now they're screwed. Now they're kind of like, well, I go back to the place I left and said probably negative things about in order to try to promote Mixer. What do I do now? It puts a lot of people in a bad position. You don't like to see things like this, companies like this go out of business. So for me, it's actually kind of sad, not because I ever had any plans of using Mixer, but the competition probably, was a good thing. And now, what? Now Ninja has to eat crow, right? Because he literally talked shit about Twitch as his excuse to leave Twitch, and now where's he going to go? He's going to come right back to Twitch. Where else is he going to go? All right. That's amazing. That's crazy news. I did not expect that this morning. Crabcock Cheers, have you ever seen One Man, One Jar? No, it sounds disgusting, and I want nothing to do with it. Probably isn't. I don't know idea. Ty Holmes, to be $20. Thank you very much, Ty Holmes, for a $20 tip. He said, late to the pre-stream. I don't know if you talked about it already. Did you hear Sony's Spider-Man Miles Morales trailer got taken off of YouTube by Gameloft, a mobile company who hit it with a copyright claim? I read briefly something about this on Twitter. I didn't really read into it and see the full case of it, but I guess the official trailer for the Miles Morales, standalone expansion was taken off of YouTube because of a false copyright claim from a mobile company that makes mobile Spider-Man games and has nothing whatsoever to do with Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, did they file the claim? Did someone impersonate them and file the claim? Who knows what, right? Who knows? Because it's all a broken system, as we know. How many times did I get affected by false copyright claims over the years? So we have no idea what happened. Okay? I don't know. I don't even know what else to say. I don't even know what else to say because we know these systems are broken. So I don't really know what else I can add to the comment besides, yeah, that's fucked up because we know it sucks and they should fix it and they never do. Right? So thank you, Ty Holmes, for the $20 tip. Quick shout-outs to the top cheers of the week. There's only 6 of them because the week just started. We got Crapcock, Timbo Slice, and Vaz Near tied for 4th place. We've got Golden Colt and Knows Nobody tied for 2nd, and Shadow the Hedgehog is in 1st place. 1 gift subscription so far from Only Iced Coffee. All right, guys, I need to use the bathroom. Let's take a brief break. I'll go use the restroom. When we come back, it will be The Last of Us Part 2 continuing. Thanks, and I'll see you in a couple minutes.